All right, let me do a quick fucking test because I want to make sure that my audio is actually coming out both fucking sides because I might actually have to show you all this because this is actually starting to piss me off. So let me actually shrink myself and then try to. Ugh, this is aggravating the shit. And let me add my screen capture. Yeah, screen capture pipe wire, whatever. We'll say OBS just because. Just in case I need to share this at some point. So just understand this is gonna look a little bit wonky, but this is just kind of how it's gonna look because this is how it is in realism. Let me try to expand this, make it a little bit bigger. Oh, fuck. So reason why it's gonna look a little bit wonky and shit because I currently have it. The current monitor you're actually looking at for this is at least, or let me actually do this so I can actually have a better aspect ratio. So, ba, 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 ba. I forget what I should bring forward. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. There we go. So, kind of got this right here. So I can actually do this. So now you can kind of see how wonky my shit is looking a little bit. But understand this is not exactly how it's going to necessarily look like outside of this. But let me expand this a little bit. I understand y'all are probably going to get a little bit irritated by this. But I'm still trying to figure out some of the shit. Apologies. All right, whatever. We're just gonna have a little bit of a black bar on one side or the other. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Enough shit. So one of the sentences I was actually fucking with, and apparently I want to test this out, and if it works, it works. Great. That's awesome. Incredible. But if it works, I'm happy. Because this is a little bit of a different aspect ratio. Because the current monitor that I'm actually dealing with is actually I had to half my 49-inch monitor, which is what you're looking at this halved on. So yeah, I ended up actually having to go into here into property settings, which is fine. And then ended up going. What did I do? I had to go further into settings, which is advanced audio properties, which I didn't fully fucking say, which is irritating. And then actually enable mono mode or check mono, which for whatever reason mono seems to like. If I'll even show right now, you're probably gonna only hear it out of the left side of your ear instead of the right side of your ear. But this is why, because apparently in non mono mode, it's not mono, like it's currently not in mono mode ish, but it is actually when I don't have mono mode checked, it's only coming out of the left side of the ear, whereas on the right side of the ear, if I could check, if I click the check mark for mono mode, it's more than likely going to actually show up as mono, it's going to show up as stereo. So make that make sense. I don't understand why. I really don't. I don't get it. It's kind of fucking retarded, but that is what it is. And if this actually fixes it, I'll probably post this just as an example of like a little bit of a fix for if you have mono mode on Linux and it's in your audio showing up for XLR because that's currently the configuration I'm dealing with where I have um I don't like the way that it sounded and like ended up being for I like having to be able to physically control like knobs and buttons. I like having that kind of control where I can control whether or not I'm dealing with buttons and whatnot. Um, as well, let me actually turn off the air so it's not saying like air and whatnot. And still got to figure this shit out because I haven't actually had the time to fully learn it and shit. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes. But if this is helpful, this is kind of a troubleshooting as I'm going kind of a thing. If I end up actually, if this actually works, I'm going to post it. If it doesn't work, I'm probably not going to post it. But if you see it, this is probably the fix. If you're on Linux, specifically the distro that I'm working on for this kind of example is Pika OS. No, this is not a product placement or like a sponsored video or some shit. It's not. I'm not getting any money from Pika or any Linux distro that I ever try out. I'm not getting any money at all. If I ever do, I will let y'all know. Trust me, I will let y'all know 110%. But if this is how it ends up going, then I will let y'all know. But if this goes well, I'm gonna post this. It'll be great. It'll be awesome. Quick fix for if you're having the issue that I was having, which is where right here you're seeing where it says, and this is OBS version 32.1.1, and where you're having the audio that's showing up and actually being outputted as mono when it's supposed to be stereo, even though I have it connected and it says it was stereo, and the input from the device is stereo because of my little XLR right here, my little Focusrite 2i2 outputting as stereo into my computer as stereo, and then this fucking mic is apparently like it's picking up obviously via stereo, but then for whatever reason when it goes into OBS, if I have mono checked and it's coming out as mono, even though it's saying it's not mono. But then when I check the mono box, it shows up as actually not mono. All right, cool. If that actually works, then we're great. We're good. I'm gonna post this and it'll be great. But if not, I'm probably not gonna post it. If it didn't work, I'm gonna find the fix and then post that out for y'all. But I hope y'all have a great day. Hopefully this works. But we'll see. If it does work for you, and this is a simple fix for y'all. Sorry about the longevity of it, but hopefully you like, share, and subscribe this. But thank y'all in advance. Peace.